Quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, alert!
Wilson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 9. Hey. 14, find it.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
From the 39, Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Breeze going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Al Woods. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because
under pressure, and they got to him again. Alex Anzalone picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch touch 50, touch 50.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play a little.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Gets it to Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion, went just shy of the marker. On the delay, here's Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. There's Wilson to throw, and that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Now it's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
You ready? Whoa.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the 1st down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
And the defense got to be shaking their head, though. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to sling this deep down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, dancing to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 26 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Toss play, Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Let's go, G. Bravo.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
17 yards. 1st down, Saints.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game? Because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit,
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Tempo. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. Shoot.
A 10th carry for Kamara. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down, New Orleans.
Ready. 5-8. You're good. 5-4. Ready. Kill.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
50 seconds to line. 50 seconds to line.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken the lead. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's Wilson, able to get this to Gordon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's good for our Seahawks. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now Wilson. Short throw to Disley. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's got Smith here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 20.
In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line... again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
57's a mark.
Here's Breeze to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz with the extra point. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Crunch time, defense.
Wilson now throwing again. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Wilson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Carson. Demario Davis there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. 3rd and long, it's Wilson.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. They'll try and run down here with Procise. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it. This is Procise. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd and goal, Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Ready? 54. You're good. You're good. Ready?
Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Running with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
First down, Saints.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Breeze, maybe a free play. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Watch over. Check 31. Check 31.
Breeze going to throw here. He's going to let it go again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were booed.
Obviously hit home. Obviously there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening.